Namaskar, good afternoon. You are watching Rajya Sabha television. I'm Smriti Rastogi with Midday News. Let's begin the bulletin with the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to attend inaugural session of the Rajya Dialogue today. 3-day conference on global challenges to host over 100 countries. Three soldiers killed, one missing as avalanche hits army post in Jammu and Kashmir's Himachal sector. One soldier rescued from debris. Nomination process begins for Delhi elections. Polls for all 70 assembly seats to be held on 8th of February. Votes to be counted on 11th. Supreme Court to consider curative petition of 2 out of 4 death row convicts in Nirbhaya case. Delhi court had ordered them to be hanged on January 22nd. And nation celebrates Makar Sankranti. People take ritual dip in rivers. President and Vice President greet citizens on the occasion. Our top focus this afternoon, 3 army soldiers were killed and another one was missing after an avalanche hit their post in Himachal sector along the LOC in Jammu and Kashmir. The defense sources said that 5 soldiers were trapped under the avalanche. The army launched rescue operations and traced 4 of the soldiers. While 3 of them were declared dead, another was injured and is being treated at a local military facility. Efforts are on to trace one missing soldier. And in another avalanche, 5 civilians have been killed after 9 people came under an avalanche in Sonmarg in Ganderbal district. Officials say 4 persons have been rescued after overnight rescue operations due to heavy snowfall in the last 48 hours. There have been multiple avalanches in several areas in North Kashmir, after which a number of soldiers were rescued. And India's flagship global conference on geopolitics and geoeconomics, Rajya Dialogue, will begin from today, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi attending the inaugural session, at which 7 former heads of state or government will share their views on important challenges facing the world. The 5th edition of the Rajya Dialogue, jointly organized by the Foreign Ministry and the Observer Research Foundation, will bring together 700 international participants from over 100 countries. The 3-day conference will see the participation of 12 foreign ministers, including from Russia, Iran, Australia, Maldives, South Africa, Estonia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Hungary, Latvia, Uzbekistan, and the European Union. Remember, the 5th edition of the Rajya Dialogue, the India's flagship global conference on geopolitics and geoeconomics, will begin from today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will attend the inaugural session, at which 7 former heads of the state or government will share their views on important challenges facing the world. Remember, this 5th edition of the Rajya Dialogue is being jointly organized by the Foreign Ministry and the Observer Research Foundation. And getting you some more news, the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh attended the 4th Armed Forces Veterans Day program in Jaipur today. Lauding the veterans, he said, if India is safe today, if not only the borders but also the unity of the country is safe, the credit goes to the brave Jawans of the armed forces. Talking about the creation of the Chief of Defence Staff, he said that discussions had been going on for over 2 decades over the past. But it happened after Modi government came to power. Meanwhile, Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Narvane addressed the 4th Armed Forces Veterans Day in Delhi today. He praised veterans, saying that they were involved in nation building through various fields, even after their retirement. He also said that welfare of veterans was a priority for the Indian Army. Expanding on that, he said that last year the Army had helped 240 officers and 11,500 JCOs to get a job post-retirement. Highlighting the increasing role and participation of women, General Narvane said that Army was in the process of getting more women into the core military police, with a total of 1,700 women to be inducted soon. He said, in fact, training of 101 women has already been started from January 6th this year.
Enrollment of women in the Army के महिलाओं को कोर ऑफ मिलिट्री पुलिस में भर्ती किया जा रहा है। कुल मिलाकर 1700 महिलाओं को CMP में लिया जाएगा। पहला बैच 101 महिलाओं का ट्रेनिंग 6 जनवरी से शुरू हो गया है और ट्रेनिंग खत्म होते ही वो भी आगे फील्ड फॉर्मेशंस में तैनात किए जाएंगे।
अब देखिए, चीफ ऑफ डिफेंस स्टाफ होना चाहिए। 20-21 वर्षों से चर्चा स्टेज में चल रही थी। लेकिन ज्यों ही रक्षा मंत्री की जिम्मेदारी संभालने के बाद मैंने प्रधानमंत्री से चर्चा की, उन्होंने क्षण भर की देर नहीं लगाई, उन्होंने ओके बोल दिया।
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a telephonic conversation with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Monday. In the conversation, both leaders expressed their intent to further develop the India-Russia privileged strategic relationship. They also discussed some international matters, including the developments in the Persian Gulf region and in Libya. The Prime Minister also extended the season's greetings to President Putin and the people of Russia. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin also new face-to-face meetings to be held in Moscow and during the BRICS and Shanghai Cooperation Organization summits in St. Petersburg. The notification to the ensuing assembly elections in Delhi will be issued today. With the issuance of notification, the process of nomination will begin. The last date of filing of nomination is 21st January. Date for scrutiny of nomination is January 22nd. The last date for withdrawal of candidature is January 24th. Over 1.46 crore voters are eligible to exercise their franchise. There will be 13,750 polling stations in 2,689 locations. Delhi goes to polls on February 8th. Results will be announced on 11th of February. And with less than a month to go for the assembly elections in Delhi, political battle lines have been drawn in the national capital. Political parties are going all out to woo voters, making promises and assuring them that their interests will be taken care of once they come to power.
With Delhi Assembly elections just around the corner, political parties are going all out to woo voters. Delhi BJP chief and MP from Northeast Delhi, Manoj Tiwari, has said if voted to power, the BJP will give 5 times the subsidy on electricity and water bills than being given by the Aam Aadmi Party government.
मेरी दिल्ली मेरा सुझाव जो कैंपेन है उसमें दिल्ली के कोने कोने में जाकर दिल्ली के जितने भी लोग हैं उनको साथ जोड़ने का काम है कि दिल्ली की जनता खुद दिल्ली में सरकार कैसी हो और कैसे चले उसकी स्टेक होल्डर है और वो क्या क्या चाहते हैं, उनकी क्या क्या दिक्कतें हैं और वो परेशानी को कैसे निवारण चाहते हैं, वही दिल्ली सरकार का काम है और दिल्ली में सरकार कैसी चलेगी इसीलिए जो है उसको चलाया गया है.
The Aam Aadmi Party, on the other hand, is banking on its report card for the last 5 years. However, the party will also include a few fresh promises in its election manifesto.
हमने बिजली 200 यूनिट तक फ्री किया, 400 यूनिट तक आधे दाम पे किया, पानी फ्री किया, बस की यात्रा महिलाओं के लिए फ्री की, ऑपरेशन फ्री, दवा फ्री, बुजुर्गों की तीर्थ यात्रा फ्री, इतने सारे काम हमने दिल्ली के अंदर, जय भीम योजना में कोचिंग फ्री, तमाम फरिश्ते योजना, तमाम काम हमने दिल्ली के अंदर किया है और वही काम लेकर हम दिल्ली की जनता के बीच में जा रहे हैं और उनका अपार समर्थन हमको मिल रहा है।
The Congress is looking to seek votes based on the development work done by it in the 15 years before the Aam Aadmi Party came to power. The Congress is also promising poll sops to beat the subsidies provided by the AAP government, including free electricity and water up to certain units.
कांग्रेस का जो 15 साल का शानदार शासन है उसकी उपलब्धियों और दूसरे मुद्दों को लेकर कांग्रेस जनता के बीच जारी है और दिल्ली में हम पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार इस बार बनाने जा रहे हैं। हमने 69 फ्लाईओवर्स दिल्ली को दिए, हमने दिल्ली को मेट्रो दी, एलिवेटेड रोड्स दिए, ड्रेन्स दी, हमने दिल्ली को पोल्यूशन फ्री करने का प्रयास किया, हमने दिल्ली को 24 घंटे बिजली दी, हमने बिजली का प्राइवेटाइजेशन किया, हमने CNG इंट्रोड्यूस की। इन्होंने क्या किया वो बताएं।
Delhi will vote on the 8th of February to decide who will win the electoral battle. The results will be announced on 11th February. With inputs from Bharat Singh Divakar, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
The Rajya Sabha Secretariat has conducted an analysis of the participation of the members in the question hour during the 249th and 250th sessions of the Upper House, as per which AIADMK MP A. Vijay Kumar raised the highest number of 13 start questions during the last two sessions. During the 249th session, Vijay Kumar was the lead questioner with 7 questions to his credit and was in second position during the 250th session with 6 questions. Dr. Shantanu Sen of the TMC was the lead questioner with 7 questions during the 250th session. The analysis of 660 start questions, including 375 listed for 25 questions days during the 249th session and 285 listed for 19 question days during the 250th session, revealed that 75% and 65% of the members got opportunity to raise start questions during the last 2 sessions respectively. About 7% of the members accounted for about 25% of the total 660 questions listed during the 2 sessions, while about 1/3 members accounted for about 75% of the total questions listed. During the 249th session, 49 members did not raise any start question, while this number was 80 in case of the 250th session. The analysis was done after Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu sought to know the details regarding the extent of opportunities that members get to raise questions in the House. And time for a very quick break. More news and updates on the other side. Stay with us. Welcome back. After the break, HRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank has said that the continuation of the agitation by the JNU students is not justified as their main issue of hostel fee hike has been sorted out. After several rounds of discussions, the JNU has issued a statement saying that the students are not being asked to bear the cost of service and utility charges. This was the main demand of the students. More than 5,000 students have already registered for the winter session so far. The ministry had constituted a high-powered committee to restore the normal functioning of the JNU through dialogue with all the stakeholders and to advise the university administration on the contentious issues. The minister said universities should not be converted into political arenas and appealed to the students to call off their agitation. A 5-judge bench of the Supreme Court will hear the curative petitions of the 2 of the 4 death row convicts in the Nirbhaya case. Delhi court issued a death warrant against 4 convicts in the December 2012 gang rape case, allowing their execution on 22nd January at 7 a.m. in Tihar jail. The verdict came after the parents of the victim moved the court seeking to expedite the procedure to hang all the 4 convicted in the case and also demanded issuance of death warrant against them. A curative petition is the last constitutional resort available for the redressal of the grievances in court after a review plea is dismissed or has been exhausted. The Aviation Ministry announced a scheme providing a window up to January 31st for voluntary registration of all drones and their operators. The statement said that those who fail to register will face action under the Indian Penal Code and the Aircraft Act. A Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry co-chair committee on drones last year had estimated that the number of illegal drones in India are likely to be between 50 to 60,000. The move comes days after top Iranian general Qasem Soleimani was killed in a US drone attack. The centre has identified 16 islands in Andaman and Nicobar Islands and 10 in Lakshadweep for holistic development by promoting tourism and offering facilities for export of seafood and coconut-based products. This was disclosed at the 6th meeting of the Island Development Agency, chaired by Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi. The Island Development Agency reviewed the progress made towards the programme Holistic Development of the Islands. For the first time in the country, under the guidance of IDA, an initiative of sustainable development in the identified islands within scientifically assessed carrying capacity has been taken up. And the 182-meter-tall Statue of Unity in Gujarat has been included in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's 8 Wonders of SCO list. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar appreciated the SCO's efforts towards promoting tourism among member nations and asserted that the statue's inclusion in the list will serve as an inspiration. The Statue of Unity, the world's tallest statue, is a monumental tribute to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. The statue was inaugurated in October 2018 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the occasion of Patel's 143rd birth anniversary. And weather news now. In Uttarakhand, cold conditions intensified following the fresh spell of snowfall at higher reaches and isolated rain in other parts of the state on Monday. In Chamoli, Uttarkashi and Rudraprayag districts, snowfall occurred at high-altitude areas of the district in Garhwal region. In Pithoragarh and some other parts of Kumaon region, cold wave conditions intensified following the snowfall in hilly areas. The Met Department predicts that the hail is likely to occur at isolated places in Dehradun, Haridwar, Udham Singh Nagar, Pauri and Nainital districts of the state. Meanwhile, the national capital Delhi also witnessed light rains on Monday. The city recorded minimum temperature of 8 degrees Celsius, a notch above normal and a maximum of 19.9 degrees Celsius. 18 flights departing from the Delhi airport were cancelled due to the inclement weather conditions. The air quality remained in very poor category. It is expected to be a partly cloudy day today with maximum and minimum temperatures to hover around 18 and 9 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, in Jammu and Kashmir, the rain and snowfall stopped early Monday evening, while the moderate to heavy rains continuously lashed Srinagar and other parts of Kashmir region during almost the entire day. Kashmir received a fresh spell of snowfall late last night. Met Department predicted light to moderate snowfall at isolated places in Jammu and Kashmir for today. The plains and upper reaches of the valley received heavy snowfall. The normal life in Srinagar and other parts of Kashmir remained affected due to the latest snowfall. The traffic movement on Srinagar-Jammu highway remains suspended on the second consecutive day due to bad weather. The Srinagar-Leh highway and Mughal road continues to remain closed for vehicular traffic. The flight operations at Srinagar airport also remain suspended on the second straight day due to bad weather. And now let us talk about the environment and climate change. In Southeast Asia, Tal volcano in Philippines has begun spewing lava and ash. Experts have warned that an eruption is possible soon. 16,000 people have already been evacuated from the area near the Tal volcano near Manila. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology has warned that 450,000 who live nearby are in danger if the volcano erupts and has requested total evacuation within a 17-kilometer radius around the volcano. The volcano is the Philippines' second most active volcano and has recorded at least 34 eruptions in the past 450 years. Face masks to protect people from the ash sold out across Manila, and over 500 flights were cancelled due to the poor visibility caused by the ash. Makar Sankranti is being celebrated in various parts of the country with religious fervour. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu greeted people on the occasion of Makar Sankranti. He said, "May this festival usher in greater prosperity, peace and happiness in the country." He extended warm greetings and best wishes to all the citizens on the auspicious occasion of Makar Sankranti and Pongal. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu celebrated Bhogi festival with his family members in Chennai today. He called upon people to work together for the development of the nation. He also stressed the need to remember farmers who produce food and do everything possible to address all issues relating to agriculture and take steps to make agriculture more resilient and sustainable.
This festival brings us peace, gives us the needed harmony, and we all move together towards prosperity and happiness. Particularly on this occasion, we all have to remember the farmers, the kisans, who are working day and night for our welfare, producing us the needed food and other requirements. We should do everything possible to see that we all address the problems of agricultural community and make this a strong, stable, prosperous nation based on self-sufficiency, food security and happiness to the farmers. So this is a traditional festival combined with the harvesting season, because farmers are our real annadatas. They provide us food, they work hard, produce various food requirements and feed us. That's why our forefathers have combined this festival with the harvesting season so that you all feel happy and we all move towards prosperity. Once again, Sankranti greetings, Pongal greetings to all countrymen. Hope that this festival will bring us prosperity, harmony, and then take us towards path of development of the country.
And sports news now. Indian tennis ace Sania Mirza made a winning return to the WTA circuit by advancing to the women's doubles quarterfinals of the Hobart International Tournament. Returning to the court after 2 years, Sania and her Ukrainian partner Nadia Kichenok prevailed 2-6, 7-6, 3, 10-3 over Georgia and Japan in the contest lasting 1 hour and 41 minutes. The Indo-Ukrainian pair will next be up against Americans Vanya King and Christina McHale. The Sanya last played at China Open in October 2017. Australian skipper Aaron Finch won the toss and elected to bowl in the first ODI against India at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai on today. The two teams are squaring off in a 3-match ODI series. The second ODI will be played in Rajkot on 17th of January and the third and the final in Bengaluru on 19th of this month. And that's all we have for you in this edition. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.